But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready, blue ready. Check 53, Smart. Here we go, Let's go. It's on the play.
2nd down, it's Henderson. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the side. Line. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Evans. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Check 37. Check 37. No. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 15. Check 15. Spons. No.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, 53. 53.
On third down, Fields. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 24-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
Off the bootleg. Fields. Swipe. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Any day. Check. Fresno. Slam. Shoot. Neutral poker.
And that's complete to Cooks. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Out of bounds, down at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mike 53. I smell fear.
stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. 3 buzz. 3 buzz. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, able to slither by. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch the eye.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run forward with Breida. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know, some people, you're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On second down, it's Dixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. Check tight.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Blue draw Parker. Check 31.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st down, it's Evans. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready, set. 53, Mike. Go! Anyway, kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Jim. Bang. Check 24.
With the score, Chiefs 6, Panthers nothing.
Here we go. Get the flag. Number 53, Mike 53. Lawyer job. Check, boys.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Here we go. Steve, it's Pittsburgh. They get hang with it. Let's go. Rush in. Wait, 50, Mike, 50. Go. He's heavy on the edges. Go, Mike 50. I'm coming after you.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go. than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Down. 10 Lobo. Topper. Topper. Get.
2nd and 14. And he slings one that's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Clifford, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This quarterback now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here.
Check. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 5.
They'll run it with Dixon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check nickel. Hatchet. Switch. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The Chiefs. Quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Looking to throw. Clifford. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 44 yards.
Check 99. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check. Check it to 6. Pull it. Now. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run with Dixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. 53, Mike 53. Big stop. Big grip. Big grip.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford, complete. It's Johnson. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Undercut.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. A little flare. Say. Go. He's coming. We got double up.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Second and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin.
He's got a man, complete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Mike 50, Mike 50, go!
Throwing again. Fields. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ready? 30 base. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Snap.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Watch out, watch out.
Hey, Echo. Hey.
I got motion. Mike check 33. 33. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the gun, Clifford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Shift. Watch twist. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, watch edge. Check the backer. Kill. Check 52.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, here's Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, Shaq. Hey, hold on. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. Evans. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Get that ball. Big ass. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Switch.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Mike 50. In your face. No. Off.
Looking to throw. Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Clifford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A gain of 32 that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And
he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Panthers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Clifford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Okay, ready? Greystone, travel.
Hey, check. Fresno.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Clifford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Protein spill. 70, Indy. Bravo. 5.
From the gun, Clifford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the ship.
Ready?
On 4th down, Clifford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dixon, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the give, this is Dixon. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Evans. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Oh, some strong running. A big play there for KC. 47 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Mack, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly. The offensive line, right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st down, Fields. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 53's the mark, 53, check 53. You ain't doing nothing today. 22, check, cover. 22, check,
On 1st down, it's Evans. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This will be taken very short. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check 53. It's a party now.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. And listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Rip left, 5.
A run by Dixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Dixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home